So survey, why do we bother? We've got some fantastic results from mystery shopping, which is real kind of high-end and non-subjective data. But we actually need to get to know what people feel. So surveys are a brilliant tool which actually complement all parts of mystery shopping. To really understand what your guests are having to deal with or what happens there in experience on a day-to-day basis. So survey templates are the best way to actually then understand what experiences your team are delivering. We can look at anyone that's had an experience at your property. Look at the pay and play golfer. Many golf courses will do in excess of 20 to 30,000 rounds of golf a year. What are we getting from that data? You may only mystery shop kind of 5 or 6 times a year. That's a drop in the ocean. Understanding what feedback happens consistently across the year, something that might change seasonally. What's the condition of the golf course like? Is it value for money? Some of this stuff doesn't actually come out through the mystery shopping perspective. So by using one of 59 Club's templates, you can actually then understand a number of questions asking for a visitor's experience based on what has been delivered. That will happen throughout the season. The same set of questions, it's called a rolling survey, and it goes all the way through the whole season. The same set of questions, but not only that, you get an industry data from it as well. Podium and industry, the comparison stats in a survey. It's the perfect complement to any level of mystery shopping. So there's various different survey types that you can use. The first one is your annual survey, which is a single survey. Very simple, you have a start date, you have an end date, you pick a selection of questions, and at the end of it you can understand people's feedback based on a short period of time. This could be feedback from the golf course, it could be gleaning information about kind of something that might be just about to happen, maybe an investment on the golf course or an investment in the property. Really important to gain this feedback. Any questions within the template you can utilise, and you'll also get the industry data as well. You then have what we call a rolling survey, which is very simple. It's a set of questions that you have from a start date or an experience date or a transaction date, and it runs across the whole season or until you define. So if I might come and purchase something, actually the purchase date will be day 1 and they get the survey on day 2. If I come to stay in the hotel, I stay in the hotel on day 1, I get my survey on day 2. But ultimately, it's the same survey that is set up, and every single customer has the same set of questions across the whole period of time that survey is running. It's a rolling survey. You then have a rolling series survey, which I think is probably the most important survey you can have. It's measuring a journey through a series of surveys. So, I have an experience date of day 1. At the end of day 7 or day 8, survey number 1 goes out to understand what's happened in that short period of time. The second survey follows, maybe 15, 20 or 30 days after that. I now get a second feel of what that member or what that experience has actually happened in the second area of this. Third, fourth and even fifth surveys or multiple surveys after that, I am tracking very clearly a customer journey and the experience that my team or a hotel or a property is delivering. So the rolling series survey, absolutely brilliant as far as understanding kind of a customer journey. And then probably the final survey, which most people understand as a net promoter score or a customer service tracker, are a sample of three questions asked to everyone. Did you find us warm and welcoming? Did you find our offering warm and friendly and obviously value for money? And ultimately, did you recommend us to a friend or a colleague? So 4 different types of survey, every single one of them that you utilise with one of the templates, you will get an industry standard and a podium average for that as well.
Welcome to the 59 Club Awards. We're having a chat with some of those marvellous venues who have been working with the 59 Club for the last few years. Let me introduce you to Dave Shepherd from The Scandinavian. I know that you used to be in Monterey as well, where you had experience at the 59 Club. What has it been like now, working at a different venue, but with the same organisation?
Yeah, I mean, at the Scandinavian, we use 59 Club in a much different way than we did at Monterey. Monterey was more about the guest experience, whereas the Scandinavian is much more of a members club. So we use it to collect data, to collect opinions, so that we can make sure that the decisions we make about the future of the club are correct.
And has it been just as useful a tool using it at two venues which, sort of, as you say, have approached it very differently?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I didn't think when I moved to Denmark that the use of 59 Club would be the same, but actually we probably use it maybe even more. Certainly as we're approaching board members and we're trying to talk to decision makers and secure finance or secure buy-in on projects and things like that. The data that we get from the surveys and the 59 Club tools that we have is invaluable.
Because anybody who's a member of a private members club will know that the way it works essentially is members have a tendency to moan about certain things, but you very rarely get to hear about all those issues. Has that enabled you to find out exactly what their feelings are and then to make those relevant improvements?
Yeah, do you know, it's not quite like that. I mean, you hear every moan right. every minute of every day, but it tends to be from 1 or 2% of the members.
Right.
So actually,
the same people
all the time. So you find yourself not necessarily listening to the everybody.
You might not hear the constructive feedback.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So collecting data from everybody and from the whole membership rather than just the ones with the biggest mouth is really important, and that's what you're looking for.
And how are you going to try and use that, the way you work with the 59 Club over the next few years? Have you got plans in the future?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've just got to a new stage for the golf club where we've broke even. The golf club's 10 years old and it's got to a point where it's pretty sustainable now. So now it's a phase of what do we do next? How do we develop? What new projects do we start? And to be able to do that, we need the members' opinion, we need the members' feedback, and we need that data.
Final one, I'll put you on the spot a bit. How would you sort of summarise the 59 Club? You can do it in a word if you can, or you can have a sentence.
Yeah, I've been thinking about the word before, but I think measurement. Measurement is the one for me. You need to measure everything, because if you go to your board or your committee or your management team or whoever it is with an opinion, you'll get somebody who has a different one. But if you go with data and with measurement, and then you've got a chance to get whatever it is through.
Sounds like you're using it perfectly. All the best. Well done
Thank you.
for your success so far with Scandinavian.
Thank you very much.
All the best in the future as well. Thank you.
Thank you.